Jen, first of all, I've got to say to you, I mean, incredible. I mean, that film is so beautiful. It warms my heart like nothing else. But I've got to ask you, are you surprised that your video has been watched by over 800,000 people?
Yeah. Basically, it was only meant for family and friends, and then people were saying, oh, you know, it's such a feel-good story, can I share it? And we're like, OK, friends and family, and then it just went crazy.
It's gone viral.
And then we let Alder Hay use it as a bit of good PR, and then it's just led to this.
Do you know what, it is beautiful, and, you know, we see videos like, in certain cases like this online, and we all talk about it and we all love it. Let's go back. I mean, oh, here he comes. You were pregnant, you had a really easy pregnancy.
Yeah, all pregnancy was fine, yeah.
And when he was born, what was it the doctor said to you?
Well, we didn't find out. We had his newborn hearing test the next day, and it came up as no clear response. And they said, we'll have to send him for another one. It could just be that there was any water in his ears or fluid.
Yeah.
But his bump name was Fidget because he was never still.
Right.
So even when he came out, he was never still. So they said it could just be that. We had a further 2 hearing tests, and then that's when they said, yeah, he's got partial hearing loss.
Right.
But
did they say at that point what they were then going to try and do?
Yeah.
And what did happen? You were at Alder Hay, weren't you?
Yeah, at Alder Hay. They did, it was like hearing tests for like 5 hours. We had to try and keep him asleep for 5 hours, which didn't really go very well.
It's like Gok.
Yeah, it's true, it's true.
And then they said, yeah, we'll be fitting him with hearing aids. There's quite a few tests that we need to do first. He's had blood tests and an MRI scan,
right,
which we're waiting for the results of to see if they can find out the reasoning behind it.
And then this magical moment happened that we've all witnessed. And your voice was the first voice, the first real sound that he heard.
No, you take it. I don't want to let go.
I want him.
I'm your Auntie Gok. I am.
You're
your other son, Joe, I mean, it's such a beautiful story. When you told Joe about him being deaf, what happened?
He was just like, oh, and we said, well, his ears don't work properly.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll fix them, Mummy, and wanted to go and get a screwdriver to fix his ears, because that's what we use to fix things. But he's absolutely amazing with him. He's been learning baby sign language, and he knows brother.
Right. OK, so what you're doing is you're introducing sign language into the family then.
Yeah.
So later on, when he gets a bit older, it's not too unfamiliar, is that right?
No, well, the earlier you start it, the easier. Like, every time he has milk, we say milk, and Mummy and Daddy.
Yeah.
And obviously brother. And apparently that's brother is like 2 fighting.
Right.
So...
And obviously he needs a lot more attention than a child with hearing, because, of course, when a child with hearing wants their attention of their mum, they'll cry and stuff like that.
Oh, he cries.
Yeah, he cries. And so what is different, then, with your relationship?
We can't leave him alone with the hearing aids, and you can't, like, leave him in one room. Before the hearing aids, you couldn't leave him in one room and go into the other.
He does take them out, doesn't he, sometimes?
Yeah,
as well.
and takes them out and chews on them. But we've just got little, like, stick and stays to put on, so he doesn't pull them off as much.
Right, because he likes to chew them, doesn't he?
Yes, he chews everything.
And what are they saying about advancement? I mean, is it something he's going to always have to have?
Yeah, he's always going to have it. It's sensorineural means from birth, and it's permanent.
Yeah.
So he'll always have hearing aids, just not as funky ones as them.
Absolutely.
Well, he doesn't seem phased in the slightest.
No.
I have to say, I've got to mention someone who's in my life, a guy called Joe, who's incredible, good friend of mine, and he's a dancer.
Yeah.
He's in the West End in a show at the moment, and he has partial hearing as well, and it hasn't troubled his life in the slightest, and he's so inspirational. And so for the Joes and everybody else, it's such a wonderful story. It's so beautiful.
Really is.
Thank you. You are so beautiful,
Can we keep
my
him?
darling.
Do you know what? Think about it. That's all I say. Just think about it.
I think his brother might miss him a bit.
He might, just a tad. Thank you so much for bringing him in.
No worries.
It's so lovely to speak to you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.